So right now I'm about to do my shifter bushings in my 3rd gen 4Runner. It's a 2000, you know, 4-wheel drive, of course. It's a little too much play that I would like, and the key keeps getting stuck in the accessory position after I go for a drive. So, you know, I've heard that this could be a solution for that. And with all the bushings, total of 4, costing about $5 total. You know, why not start there since it's bothering me anyway. I got a new key cut because mine is very dull and kind of messed up anyway, so this is what I'm gonna do. So if you can see it, it's got a screw right there and a screw right there. Let's go ahead and twist. Already I can see that, like, when you go to wiggle it, that one right there is very loose. This one back there is pretty loose, like right there. I don't know if that's a bushing I have to replace, but where's the other one? That's definitely one. So we'll see what we can do about that. I think there's probably one on the other side of this little cylinder under there, but I'll probably have to reach that from the underside probably, so we'll see. I went ahead and got another key as well, because mine was very dull and kind of out of shape, so this could definitely be an issue, I think, because it's a condition related. So I went ahead and got that done too. It was like $10, I think, I don't know, along with the bushings too. So I mean, it's just simple fixes that I wanted to do before I really started like getting a new ignition cylinder, blah 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 blah, all the other things that could go into that. So I just wanted to start off small and kind of, these are where I'm starting with the bushings and, you know, stuff like this key, because you can see like the little notches that are missing from my dull key, and then, you know, the stuff that it has on this other one. So that could also be an issue. So start a little, easiest options. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna have to take out this main assembly. It's like 8 bolts, like 1, 2, 3. There's 2 back here at the top, and then it's mirrored, so 1, 2, and then the last one's in this corner. So, ugh. Okay, that got too annoying to deal with, trying to get to these ones down here. So I took out the center, and I found an iPod shuffle to see what treasures are on this thing. I don't even know, but hey, we'll find that out later. Well, there is, you know, this main box right here, like not the small one, but the main, like the deep one. There's gonna be 2 bolts in the center of that, and just take those out, and then you take these screws out of the side. I always put them back just for like safekeeping, like just so I don't lose anything. But literally those sit right there. I didn't even have to take those out or anything. It's literally just 4 bolts to take that main console out, and then you get all, you know, these are clipped onto the side with nothing but clips, and they actually sit right here through that little screw as well. So it's kind of like layered on, but you know, you take those screws out and you take the 2 in the main console, and you can literally just rip it out and like get to where I've gotten, because this black thing that sits over this is literally just holding my clips. There's no screws that I remember. Yeah, there's no screws, so it's literally just clips and like 4 screws so far to get to this point, which is, you know, if you're a little, I guess, intimidated or anything by this, you know, it's not that bad. Okay, so now I think I have to take off this boot, and there's like literally where you take out the bolts that mount this to the trans tunnel. I think they're all like kind of like pushed in through there, so you can just kind of push them out, because they're covering like this second little cylinder that has bushings in it. Yeah, that's gotta, and it's covering that second cylinder with the bushings in it. the boot is. It goes like all the way back there for some reason. Fucking pop rocks down here. Maybe it's meth. So yeah, this is the lever that goes to the gear selector, and it pushes on this, and pushes on that, blah blah blah. So I mean, it's considerably loose. I mean, I haven't even like looked at it yet. So this is held in by a cotter pin on the other side, or you know, some type of pin. So I don't think that's gonna really get any tighter unless you do like a washer in there. This is already, you know, pretty tight, like this connection right here, so no problem. I definitely think comes from up there. It's a 12. Mine was pretty rusted, so I kind of second guessed it, but it's definitely a 12. It just takes a little time, especially if you have a rusty one. So yeah, just take that off so you can remove this to get the gear selector out of that hole. Washers, within these little holes, I already took them all out, but I saved the last one to kind of give an example. Literally all you have to do is push them through with like a flathead. I'm gonna unplug this D-labeled clip. Whew, okay, so it's all out now. Okay, so that rubber boot is actually two separate pieces. This one's just stuck on the underside, but just kind of channel it out and it'll come out. What are you doing, huh? I don't need to get out of the way right there. But okay, so this is the second cylinder on where your bushings need to be. I can already, that's what that blue stuff was. It wasn't meth or pop rocks, it was the bushing. Jesus. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out, but all right, so they literally just shredded inside of there. I can already see like the excrements or whatever you want to call it. It's literally just, it's done. So, and it's shaking right now, on both sides, literally. So, you know, that's definitely gonna add together on the whole grand scheme of things between like these bushings being bad, as you can see that it's really shaking right there, and these bushings being bad. So yeah, all that added together is definitely going to cause a problem. So let's get these changed out. There was some clearance issues getting this bolt out. There was 1, 2, and 3 screws, and I literally just kind of took them out. Instead of breaking this plastic piece, because I feel like it's there to protect this wire from shorting out or whatever, getting scraped on that or whatever. So I just took those 3 screws out on the side, and you can push it out of the way. So now you can get access to this bolt, which is the receiving end to the, not the receiving end, but it's the other side to this cylinder right here. Okay, so when I put it back together, it wouldn't let me shift back into park. I mean, I know it's not mounted right now, but there's this little slider close to this area. That little thing right there slides in there and allows this to drop down when you go to park, and I guess it locks it in. But you know, if I go to shift it into park, this little thing won't slide down because this thing is blocking it. So if I'm pretty sure if I like slide this piece backwards and then drop this in a way, try to finagle it, it should work again. Yeah, it's just a little weird right now, so we're gonna have to figure that out. And then I was like, hey Buster, when's the last time you ever to change gears when the car's off? So that kind of clicked into my head. So I put it all back together. This clip's already back in. Everything is literally back to where it was. All you gotta do is just do everything in reverse. It's not, there's no degreeing or, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's torque specs on these, but on these whatevers, but I mean, it's just sitting there, who cares? So I mean, it doesn't move side to side anymore, but it still has a little bit of that, but I'm okay with it. I think this is just because of these little things right here that I was telling you about. Why am I talking like that? I feel like it's still because of these, is that you get that little forward and fore and aft movement. But I mean, yeah, I put all 4 bushings in the 2 separate cylinders, so I mean, I'm okay with that. It's way better than it was, because it was like a circular motion. You could like move it everywhere, so I mean, I'm cool with this. Whatever you do, do not forget to put this 12 bolt back on there. Do not forget, because when you go to shift, absolutely nothing will happen. Absolutely nothing. This thing is just gonna go boop, 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 boop. And this will not tell that anything. Nothing at all. Gotta put it back where you found it. You can tell by the grooves right there, kind of where it sat. But yeah, so tighten it up if you want, you know, whatever works for your application. Whatever. So everything's back together. I think so. This, instead of using this new key, I'm gonna use my old key to see if the bushings fix the issue. If it doesn't, then I'll take the next step to see if this key works. Just to kind of like, for my peace of mind, I don't want to just like, you know, throw, kind of like another time. You don't want to just throw a bunch of parts on and hope it fixes it. You kind of want to see what fixes it specifically. You don't want to just blah blah blah, you know, throw a bunch of money and parts at it. So regular things come on and lights come on still. My brake light, oh yeah, all right, yeah, I have my e-brake up so I could take off this console. I got scared for a second. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, thank you. Oh, yes. Alright, so I'm gonna go for a drive real quick. So now we're gonna cut it off. See if it fixes my problem. And like I said, using the old key, not using the new key yet, but okay, so you know, it's in park, foot on the brake. Ooh, smooth. Very smooth. Before I even fix the bushings on it, even if you put it in just the on position without starting the vehicle and try to turn it back off from the on position, it would not come out of accessory, which would be one click over. It would not cut off at all, even if I didn't start the vehicle. So this is good for me. So let's just try this new key. I always wait for that to stop. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like I should wait, so I do. I'm pretty cautious with this vehicle, especially because of the amount of miles, so. Huh. It sounds a little weird when you take this cover off, all blocking all that noise. But I am completely satisfied with all this. And this one turns off too. Comes right out. Okay, so yeah, if you have this problem in your 3rd gen 4Runner with the curved shifter, I know some of them have like the other one, but if you have this one, I don't think it matters if it's 4-wheel drive or not, as long as it has this thing, this shape shifter, because there's 2. So if you have that, if you have this issue in your 3rd gen 4Runner, which is like 96 to 2002, I don't know how it applies to the other generations, but if you have this problem in your 3rd gen, I would recommend starting off with replacing the bushings in your shifter if it's loose, because I mean, it's kind of evident. It just kind of solved my issue for the time being. It could pop up again, but for now it's solved my issue, so I'm going to stick with that, and I'm satisfied with the way it turned out. So Yeah. So it's kind of a little double check. I just want to check this little linkage before I kind of pack up for the night. Just to kind of, after a drive, you just want to make sure, you know, nothing broke or whatever, especially after reinstalling something like this. Yeah, seems good. Okay, I'm cool with that.